Hello, how are you doing? Today we are continuing 14, starting off with finishing off the relic weapon quests, I believe. Now, let's have a look at the shiny rocks. These ought to do the trick. I'll grab his lordship and we can get to work. Thank you for your untiring efforts, yo. Those acquisitions are most demanding, I know, but we could not proceed without them. Crystallite of this type is said to have mystical properties. Its every mote infused with aether from its journey across the cosmos. We will use Godbrand's techniques to harness and condense that cosmic energy, that we may extract a single concentrated drop. This precise liquid is the heart and soul of Ultra Manderville coding. Well, that's bloody fascinating and all, but would you explain the goddamn technique already? You mean to have us fighting this time? Mediating? Dancing, my good one, man. We shall perform the traditional dance of House of Vanderbilt together. In his in his search for a viable method, Godwin failed to extract the crystalline's ethereal essence in normal times. Frustrated beyond measure, he eventually contracted a friend on a far-off star to ask for advice. Thus did he learn the theory of compressing the crystalline's stored energies by bombarding it with a specific etheric waveform, much like squeezing a lemon. An inspired Godbrand then returned to work, where he experimented with generating waveforms through physical movement. One particular choreography provided the perfect resonance, and lo, the trademark Mandeville undulations were born. And as it so happens, this far-off star in question was the homeworld of our own master Poo-Poo. It was his keen eye that recognized the familiar resonant properties of our gentlemanly dance and allowed us to rediscover the extraction process. Dress it up in fancy words all you want, but I ain't swallowing this ridiculous shite. Think you can extract mineral essence with your bath dancing? Count me out. I've come in strictly an observational role, so no dancing for me neither. If you both so wish, we shall perform the extraction without you. As for you, Yo, your role shall be most crucial. I should like you to hold the crystalline and catch the quintessence as it falls. You see, load of chocobo shite. Uh, the damage lacks sufficient intensity. For the love of fine. It's bloody magical. The resonance is still not strong enough. Huzzah! Our turbine efforts did the trick. Master Gerald and I will take it from here. Let us prepare the vial of Ultra Mandeville and proceed with the final augmentations. Aye, you're about to witness the peak craftsmanship. Huh. My mood will change color for a sec. Now we apply the Ultra Mandeville coating. As with the prior stage, the final composition of the oils ingredients will greatly influence the armament's properties. I shall need you to take a moment and consider well which qualities you value most in your weaponry. You are certain, then so it shall be. Oh, dude, that's cool. Behold, yo, the work is done. The perfected art of dedicated artisans. A Mandeville trident. The beauty's tangible reward for all toil and sacrifice. It's a good sight, alright. Finding mammoths drinking weird booze and dancing weirder jigs is an odd, bloody way to forge a weapon. But you can't argue with the end result. There is, in fact, one other favorable consequence to finishing our project. My family's vault contains what appears to be a locked recording, and what Master Cuckoo tells me correct. Our completed Mandeville weaponry should serve as the key to opening it. Shall we give it a try? Nice. Ah, excellent. 'Twould seem the relic has responded to your ornament. Let us commence the viewing. If you are watching this recording, then I must assume you have successfully brought the Mandeville weaponry to its completed state. Allow me then to share some of the philosophy that went into the weaponry's creation. As I explained in my previous story, the many worlds which we Mandevillians resided were laid to waste by an inexplicable catastrophe. The final days, one must imagine. Peace reigns upon this star for now, but we can never know when or what manner of chaos might threaten our tranquil lives. Thus did I endeavor to forge armaments with the power to repel any threat, no matter how dire. However, in the wrong hands, such powerful weapons may exacerbate the very problem they were created to solve. Sadly, my long search for worthy wielders, those possessed of both martial and excellence and unyielding mortal fortitude, has failed. I am left with no choice but to destroy my triumphant works. That explains how ye lost the originals, eh? In the hopes that a deserving hero will one day emerge, I have decided to leave the secrets of their manufacture to my heirs. By necessity, the process must be rendered cryptic. Let these potent armaments be too readily, lest these two potent armaments be too readily attained. The fact that you are watching this proves you had the wisdom to piece my elaborate observations and this discipline to retrace the grueling steps of my smithing saga. I have faith in your judgment. Do what is just and entrust the Vanderbilt weaponry to those who champion the ideas of peace. How gratifying to know that my motives were aligned with those of my ancestor. 'Twas my own experience of the final days which moved me to create the Manderville's weapons and put them in heroic hands such as yours. And 'tis more gratifying still that we should succeed in the task which Godbrand himself set for his descendants. I thank you all for your valuable contributions. I'll admit, was a bit of a shock to hear we were crafting alien designs, but he hired the right smith for the job. You know, the job isn't over yet, yes. There are still many weapon variants we have yet to reforge. I know, don't get your buddy's small cloths in a twist. I'll stick around until the last blow is hammered. For the extraction of Manderville essence, I must ask that you call upon the assistance of the high curable alchemist. It matters not who performs the dance, as long as they do so with gentlemanly perfection and aplomb. It's clear to me now that the Manderville weapons, more than just a pet project, they're an investment in the future of our world. You have my permission to keep them on the books as the official Manderville and Manderville enterprise. That's a relief. It would be difficult to cover these expenses with my weekly entertainment budget. With that settled, we can continue as before. Our most excellent house, Mandeville Artisan, shall be handled. Requests to perfect other weapons in your possession. Meanwhile, our resident expert alchemist will assist you with adjusting weapon properties, assuming you supply the requisite crystalline, of course. All in all, this has been a most satisfying experience. My thanks again, and I look forward to our next mutually beneficial encounter. Hey. That's so goddamn cool. Oh. As cool as that, though. Not to me, anyway. Hey, that was fun. I'm gonna pause the video or pause the recording and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. We're doing main story stuff. Here we go. The quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do as we do. I hope you're not above manual labor. I am the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools. Now, introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Let us meet back here later to share what we've learned. Truth be told, we don't get many visitors keen to learn about our way of life. Anyone around here will tell you whatever you want to know, and then some. I'm afraid I finished with my task for the time being, but since you're so eager to learn about our way of life, why don't I tell you a bit about our migration customs? If you're here, you're likely already to know the Ronrik are the Hesto, our guides that we travel with through the turning of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to fertile lands with all we need to survive. But you may not know that sometimes the herd splits into two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we as Starro must also part with half of our number. You may think it a strange and stressful custom, but over the years it has been visited, seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons as a people. This too is the wisdom of the Hesto. One more tidbit for you. When the herd splits and we part with our kin, we exchange a wish to meet again wherever we are guided. Sipepa ashes hen aro neon. Huh. This won't do. The wind will go right through it, and me without my needle and sinew. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up the covering now. Given how often we pack up and reassemble our tents, they're bound to get the occasional tear. Fortunately, the ironry hide they're made of is durable enough that we generally needn't worry. Gonrik's hide sturdiness makes it excellent material for clothing and shoes as well. Of all the many guests our Hastaro bestow, it's the most versatile. I don't know how we get along without it. You're learning about the Hastaro way of life, are you? I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrive at them myself. Ahem. Our Hesto provide us with something that we use in medicines. Palsies and soap to drive away pests and sustain our fires. What is it? Is it shit again? It sounds like there's a story there, but that is indeed the correct answer. We've discovered myriad uses for Runrich's chips over time, each a boon to our way of life. Where there is a need, our Hesto always provide. I know city folk are squeamish about dung, but you can't deny generations of results. I won't ask that you march across the plains and fill a sack with it, only that you keep an open mind about our customs. Sandstorm? Oh, that's cool. You're here to help? Well then why don't I show you how to care for a wrong reef's goat. Go ahead and run your fingers through it gently now. You stroke the wrong reef's coat. You know that many portions are shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. Would you like to give it a try? You'll need the right tool for the job, mind you. A comb, the type of you're used to, would just get lost in the tangles like as not. Fur brush. Ah, Sir Pedo sent a Ronrique brush with you, did he? How like him. Now, just run it through one little patch at a time, gently. You dutifully brush the Ronrique until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with the goat. Its coat. It appears much tidier now, though the same cannot be said for your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. Well done. With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon heat, and less susceptible to illness. A combined coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries, should the need arise. You should come back during shedding season. It's a sight to behold, but thanks to the Histaro's prodigious coats, we never want for clothing and blankets. After admiring your work, you try and fail to brush the fur off yourself. The iron reek creams. You smell of the grass and wind, which is a good thing, I promise. You could nearly be mistaken for one of us. You even look the part. I have to wonder how Valkana is getting on. I assumed he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. Ah, there he is now. Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the Ronrique and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and thither at my companion's inclination to force us back to the trail seemed inappropriate. But how is your own work? Have you anything to share? I could go the cheesy route, but his style of life revolves around the iron rate, but in turn the people receive all they need. Yes, I feel the truth of this myself. While I was hesitant to leave my fate to the whims of the Histaro rather than tread man-made paths, I read where I was meant to be all the same. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean that it is wrong. My parents had a duty to the Ronrik as they did to me, and so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our present concerns. We are here in service of people of Tyrell, after all. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. And I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Histara are concerned. I'm glad to hear that, Val Koana. You're welcome among our herd any time. Koana, how did it go? I believe I finally understand the significance of the Hesto. They nourish the Hestaro as they grow and provide warmth and companionship in a harsh and unpredictable world. Predictable. They are the equal of any man, not beasts to be tamed. Moreover, Runrig are sensitive. Though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale, they must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. The Astara would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. Then it is particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we are able to visit the Ronrik's once favored grazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine, but the place is too quiet. It's not just the Ronrik, even the birds and field mice must have fled. We did encounter one pack of cetaphores, but they looked to be passing through in a hurry. Typically, that sort of behavior in the fauna would be associated with natural disasters, earthquakes, landslides, and the like. Though the Histara would have surely put two and two together were the cause geological, I measure the area's aether to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest recent environment disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the east moving across the plain, albeit slowly. What do you think, Milana? Given where we are, I believe we're dealing with a powerful beast. a predator, perhaps, given the local fauna's behavior. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had a bite taken out of its tail by something with very large fangs. It could be a Tortuoso. Roundreek Reaver in the common tongue. Our people have several names for such creatures. Fangs that steal Hesto in the night is another evocative one. Roundreek can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Trahasto. Their scales are tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds in the northeast and make most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home and its pack both. In any case, I believe the sources of the Runreek's reconstruction is clear, as is our next move. We must drive this reaver away, that they might return to their grazing lands in peace. Never fear, we will make certain that the beasts threaten you no more. Oh, we get duty. A powerful creature behaving unusually. Left to its devices, it may well become a Turo Vidriol. We must head to an area that happens. Those Ronrick Reavers must have a hefty set of teeth, but I'm not worried, we've fought worse. The Ronrick Reaver is a clear threat to the local population. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked. But it won't do for us to go running off in search of it without having made proper preparations. And if others returning from across the plain have spotted it, they may be able to inform us of its recent behavior and where it might be found. I see. It's one of these. I have time for it.
Help! Help! Oduruhetsu is coming this way! It has beasts across the plains in a panic, and our Ronek are practically paralyzed with fear. We must get them to safety.
We can assist by helping to calm the creatures. Once they're less agitated, it should be possible to hurt them.
And after they're out of harm's way, we'll deal with the Ronek Reaver.
I suggest you remain here to attend to the Ronek when they arrive.
They'll be safe with me. Please, be careful out there.
Make haste! We must protect the Ronek!
Right behind you.
There they are!
They're terrified. We must do what we can to soothe them.
That herd should be all right. Let's look for stragglers. The Ronek are to rally too. None shall be left behind. There must be something up ahead. Come! There!
These are no match for the likes of us.
In a panic was clearly an understatement. More are coming!
You're mine.
All or nothing then.
I see.
It seems that did the trick.
For the fodder at least. But where's... one coming!
Impenetrable scales and wicked fangs. That's a Ronak Reaver, and no mistake.
There! That one there! Not so fast! Even should it cost me my life. I will save the head soul!
Kona! Are you alright?
Do not concern yourself with me. Get the Ronek to safety!
There. You've nothing to fear.
Right! Let's finish the job!
I made a vow to our people. You shall plague them no longer! You'll find the vow of reason does not without resolve. of ether. But whence does it flow? One well-placed piercing round to the chest, and... you're done for! That stemmed the flow of protective ether.
Stopping us now! Still not backing down, huh? Fine with me.
We did it. The Etzo, are they?
The Ronek have all made it to Mehua Hetsuan. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats, but the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid. You, most of all, Bow of Reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line for our Hetzo.
I did no more than as a Dawn servant's duty. The ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
Ether resembling that of the predator the Ronek fear most. It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the Ronek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Incredible! Kona, you've done it again.
I must say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again. Still haven't forgotten the last one. And it's been more than 20 years now. I had come as a trader to the camp in Lozeni Hetta. A camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster.
Lozeni Hetta. That's where the Pelu trader found me as a babe. Please, can you tell me what you saw?
As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hetzaro. Like us, they followed the Ronek. And like us, they were visited by a reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos. I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far away as possible. But even in my panicked state, I could not help but notice the young couple racing the other way, toward the fell creature. "We're distracted," I heard one cry. "Save our son! Save the Hetzo!" After that, nothing but the pounding of my heart and feet and Ronek thunder. I ran and ran. As the sun broke the horizon, I found myself separated from both man and beast. Windborne words say that a group of survivors reunited with their remaining Ronek and have long since moved on. But still more were never seen again, including the brave couple. Or so the story goes.
And what became of their child?
I'm afraid I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome.
Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu would. And one day, even a Dawn servant himself. All these years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the Ronek. But now I see they didn't abandon me. They were trying to keep me safe. I've wasted so much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone. And now that I am done, servant, all of Tuliyola is my family. A family I will always protect, as my parents protected me.
Okay, we're reaching that hour mark. I'm gonna call it here. Or, let me check some. 71%. Okay. Yeah, so I still probably got another hour out of this. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. And peace.